Hey YouTube, what's going on? For those of you who are thinking about moving into California from a different state, here is a quick video that I wanted to share to give you guys a few tips and pointers before you move into California. So tip number one is make sure you have a job lined up or have a side business or some way of earning income before you move into California. The cost of living is super duper expensive, whether it be renting a house, buying real estate, food, gas, electric, taxes, everything is super expensive, so I would not recommend moving here without having something lined up in terms of earning money. All right, tip number two is make sure you do a lot of research on where you want to live. That's going to be very, very important to consider. You have to think about your commute time to and from work. If you want to live closer to the coast, it can be more expensive. If you go further inland, it tends to be cheaper, but sometimes it's even, the prices are pretty comparable because it's a newer development. So I would recommend doing a lot of research. Go online, look at all the different real estate kind of websites, talk to people, call places up, look at Instagram, Facebook pictures. Make sure that you're comfortable with the area before you, move into that area. Tip number three is, be prepared to spend a lot of money with travel. And what I mean by this is, let's face it, you're going to be invited to, family weddings and graduations and, unfortunately, wakes, funerals, things like that you have to attend. So what I personally do and I would recommend is setting up a separate fund or even, piling cash away where you use it exclusively for traveling, to and from, California back at home for, again, the weddings and graduations, things that you have to attend. All right, guys, tip number four is be prepared for the same damn weather every single day. No, I'm just kidding. But, in all seriousness, Southern California, it is sunny 300 and something days of the year. So me coming from Chicago, the Midwest, I was used to, a lot of rain, a lot of snow, cold weathers, temperatures fluctuating every 5 minutes. So if you don't think you're gonna like the sunshine, 300 and something days of the year and warmer weather, California wouldn't be the place for you. Tip number five, and this is not a bad thing by the way, but be prepared to meet a lot of different people from all over the world. And I actually love this part of it because, I'm in San Diego and more than half the people that I come across and talk to aren't from here. They're from the Midwest or East Coast or Northern California or just different countries. And it's really, really cool to meet new people. On the flip side, don't be surprised if you befriend someone and let's say, 6-8 months later, a year later, whatever, they decide to pick up and go back home or move into a different area that you guys wouldn't normally travel to. So be prepared for that. I fortunately was able to meet a few friends here that, if they were to move away tomorrow, we would definitely still keep in touch. So that's number six is, before you move away, I would recommend getting rid of junk and extra clothing that you're not gonna need out here. A lot of those heavier clothes for the winter time, you're not gonna need out here. It does get cool at night. Cool is a relative term out here, in the winter months and fall months, but you don't need more than a sweatshirt out here. So recommend getting rid of a lot of those winter clothes. And plus too, a lot of the spaces here are very, very small in terms of storage space. So you have to think about, the apartment or place you're gonna rent or live in, what kind of storage space do they offer? Do we have a garage? Is there additional storage space? Because in California, there are no basements. So coming from the Midwest, we had basements in every house. So that was the area where you can kind of go chill, hang out, whatever, but there was a basement for storage, and then within the basement, you had a crawl space where you could put whatever additional stuff you need to store. Tip number seven, be prepared to not see rain at all. It never rains here. We've been here over a year now and it's rained probably a handful of times. It's July right now and it's not gonna rain probably until October from what I'm hearing. So with that, the water being so scarce, you're not able to, wash your car every single day. No one would do that anyways, but just saying, like, people will give you looks if you water your lawn too long, or if you have your sprinkler system on consecutive days or whatever. So water is very, very scarce, and so you have to really pay attention to your water usage. Tip for you is I would recommend avoiding restaurants, beaches on holidays only. I've been to some restaurants near the beach on some holidays. Parking is ridiculous. The service is not that great because it's so busy, and at least a few restaurants that I've been in were just short-staffed, and the menu is sort of scaled back. So I would recommend avoiding beaches and restaurants near the beach on holidays. So thank you guys for watching. I hope some of these tips may help you if you are thinking about moving into California. Hit that like button, and I will hopefully have a video up for you guys shortly. Thanks.